Get ready for Real Estate Best Buys, brought to you by the law offices of Mark L. Shapiro, with your hosts, Jeff Tamburillo, Sandy Pastor, and Jeff Popick. Buying, selling, building, financing, Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff have decades of professional service in all things real estate. And now, it's time for Real Estate Best Buys.
Good morning, Southwest Florida, and welcome to another exciting edition of Real Estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tamburillo with Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor with Prudential Florida Realty.
And the real estate market here is interesting. We're coming into August, and yet still a lot of activity. Things are happening. So
we're still down in inventory. We're still dropping inventory.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really interesting. I mean, I'm telling people, and I think there is a little bit of a vibe going on, that this season coming is going to be explosive. I really, truly believe it. And I think we're just setting the stage more and more for it right now.
I have a prediction. From speaking to a number of people, you're going to see permits ratchet up quickly because every builder I know is pricing specs like crazy. And I had a showing yesterday with a guy who's a builder, and he said this. So then I got on the phone and just started calling around, and they're all. And what's funny is it's a lot of guys that are trying to meet the no inventory, and there's some investors that have bought lots for real cheap that are going to spec the house, and sounds like 02.
Well, and you've got the big guys looking for land, and they're not looking for the onesies or twosies, but they're looking for land to create, new developments, new opportunities for people. And you haven't seen that for a long time either. They were selling it off practically.
It's still hard to fully wrap your head around it now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been through such a long, hard road, and now things have really turned around. So let's talk a little bit about Fannie Mae. What's going on with Fannie Mae, Tamburillo?
Well, yes, actually, Thursday, 56 deeds dropped in from a single SWFR 2012-1 Florida LLC. So I started looking into it, and it ended up being Fannie Mae's big bulk asset sale that they were working on. And usually, up till this point, a lot of what I would see would be called bulk assets are all the junk that they couldn't sell out of the MLS, so they put it in a spreadsheet and sent it out to the world. And there's this whole little cottage industry that they all try and add 3%. And, he's guy's in his living room or his mom's basement, and he took some internet guru course on how to be a bulk REO bird dog. They're out there. And then they're all trying to, it's funny. But when I looked at this package, it wasn't the junk. It was mainly cream. It was good stuff. And there was a couple properties in there that you would go, that we would have a harder time selling on the open market. But then there was Cape Harbor. There was some decent stuff in this. Supposedly, most of it's rented. There's the only way to verify that would be to go drive by all 56 and knock on the door. But welcome to the Resolution Trust 2.0.
Yeah, here we go again.
And what's funny is these 56 represent about 13% of what Fannie Mae had in Lee County deeded to them as standing inventory. So, and going forward, it's even funnier because even if there is a second wave, guess what? They just got their feet wet bulk selling it, and it's probably, in theory, a lot less brain damage than selling 56 houses one at a time.
Sure.
So and the funny, you've got yields at zero, and they've been at zero for a while, and they're probably going to stay at zero for a little while longer. At some point, all the money's got to come out of the street, and what this Operation Twist was designed to get money on the street. So
for the longest time, guys were trying to do bulk deals, and they were, like you say, they just were never really coming together. And
I've done metrics on some bulk deals from KBW, which is a Wall Street banker auction house. It's funny, I did metrics for one buyer on one bank offering, and then immediately on the next one, they were just as a paid consultant. It's 100 houses, but they're all reasonably the same house in the same area in Lehigh, the First Homes product. And then I did metrics on that, and I ended up going to work afterwards as a real estate analyst for Silverleaf Advisors, who bought the pools that I told them not to buy. Well, but they did enough due diligence to realize there was a reason to buy them. At first glance, I'm like, that stuff's a mess, and it really, it was all land. But if you'd have done enough due diligence, you'd have realized there was some houses in with the land that the bank didn't realize there was houses there. But which, again, when you're dealing with a bank, expect them not to know what they're doing. And if you know more about their product than them, that's how you make money.
So where's the opportunity now, do you think, for the small investor?
I think it's really more about land now.
Really?
I think land and commercial. I mean, you've got all this correction is a valley. In every valley, there's a ditch. And commercial's already starting up residential's already starting up the other side of the valley. It's brutally obvious. And the funny part is the last time we had a 25% increase in sales was 2005. The difference between then and now is this is all cash and that was all leverage.
Right.
And, and that was in the face of a demographic trend that was about to die off, which was the pre-war baby boom, then the gap for World War II for retirees, and then the boomers. We're just getting ready to kick into the boomers. We're not even really feeling the boomers yet.
That's why this is at all. Yeah.
This could become the perfect storm. And the funny part is Lee County, we built about 10,000 houses for the heck of it, and they're basically full. You'll drive around, you'll see one here, one there, but it's not like it was in 2008 where, there were some streets in Lehigh, every seventh house had somebody living in it.
Well, but that mirrors the whole market. That mirrors the inventory and the drying up of availabilities of a lot of those deals that came out of the boom. They're not as frequent now. There are a few, and they're still, out there, but certainly not to the extent that they were.
So buying vacant lots and just speccing them or land banking?
Or even just holding them.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the boom, the builders, like First Homes is an example. They were the biggest landowner in Lee County. I think they made more money off the land than they did off the homes.
Yeah.
And, what land represents in every real estate market is hope. And if you look, the first thing that died was land. And particularly Cape Coral, Gulf access in the Southwest died. You could time it right away. You just watched that dry, it just hit a point where everybody said, no way. It's too expensive. It doesn't make any sense. I'll just go buy a Manhattan apartment versus owning $1 million house that's 1,400 square feet on a canal.
Right.
And
you should have figured something was wrong.
Well, it didn't make sense, but it's funny when you look at going forward. We're sitting in 2002, and it's a simple answer. Ask your 2004 self what you wish you would have done in 2002. And when you look at the demographics, I mean, and we didn't have the amount of cash sales. So all them cash sales for the last 3 years in Lee County, it correlates to about, of the 60,000 cash sales, you're probably looking at 53,000, or of the 60,000 sales roughly the last 3 years, about 54,000 are cash. They're not going to.
That's a phenomenon.
They're not going to. How many of them guys are going to want to trade out? I mean, I've got guys that bought a lot of them. And, one called me this season and said, should we sell a couple? And I'm like, all right, well, call your financial advisor and look at the stock market and decide where you're going to put the money first. Because, you can make a profit, but you're still being paid to own it.
Yep.
And what are you going to do? Buy one of them T-bills?
But even for the small investor, I mean, it's the same thing. I was talking to somebody this week, and they have, I don't know, 5 or 6 houses, and they have a duplex. And
that's not a small investor.
Well, you know what I mean. Compared to what you're talking about, it is. I mean, and she said, maybe I should sell the duplex. And I said, is it rented? Yes. Are you, at least netting zero? Yes. Why would you do that now? Because there's so few.
Do they own them, or are they leveraged?
No, they're leveraged. But she's got a great rate. She's making money, and she's not going to get what she paid for it, even though she's not going to be upside down in terms of cash out on it. I mean, cash at the table, rather. But you just, I don't know. I think it's going to go up. I really do.
The difference between leverage and cash investing, the funny part is, if you borrowed money in 2006, you were toast. If you paid cash in 2006 for one of those bloated homes, you still made a 3% return on capital, which is better than any CD you had.
Right.
And you don't take the loss till you sell it. And my favorite is we're never going to hit those prices. It's never going to happen again. And get out Case Shiller back to 1700 and prove that argument with 200 years worth of home prices in this country.
Yeah.
And especially in an expanding monetary base. I mean, they're printing more money. It's just got to go up.
Yeah. I'd like to get some more of that printed money.
I really wish I'd have thought of a government or a Federal Reserve. Actually, Federal Reserve banks are even cooler because you really answer to no one.
There you go. That sounds like a good plan.
The occasional barrage in Congress that you can, just drink decaf that morning so you don't get too wound up. I'm sure Bernanke can't have a whole lot of Starbucks on the way to that hearing.
All right, folks, you are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate best buys. As this market starts to explode before our eyes, this is the place to come to check out the best buys. We're here every week. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tamburello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And we're going to take a break and come right back after this. Stay tuned.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buys recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Affordable Landscaping is the real estate best buys choice for all your lawn and landscaping needs. Affordable Landscaping has been serving Collier County residents for over 16 years with the absolute best value in landscaping and lawn maintenance, and is currently the landscape contractor for the city of Marco Island. No job is too big or too small. Affordable Landscaping is your one-stop shop for all your lawn and tree service, irrigation, pest control, landscape design, and installation needs. Affordable Landscaping is reliable, on time, and offers quality services at affordable prices. Call Affordable Landscaping right now at 239-389-1468. That's 239-389-1468. No matter what your lawn maintenance or landscaping needs are, you owe it to yourself to give Affordable Landscaping a call. You'll save time and money and a great peace of mind knowing Affordable Landscaping is on the job. Call Affordable Landscaping for a free estimate now at 239-389-1468.
BudgetBlinds.com.
Ever gone to a store to pick out new window treatments? But when you finally get home, it seems they never look quite as nice as the picture on the package. Well, there's a better way. Budget Blinds, bringing our showroom to your home. With Budget Blinds, you can view many styles such as plantation shutters, draperies, or blinds, all surrounded by your decor. No more guessing. The result? A perfect solution every time. 20 years in business, Budget Blinds is the nation's largest window treatment retailer with a personal touch from local, knowledgeable consultants. And we go the extra mile. Free temporary shades, free removal of your old blinds, and free installation. And there's a reason we're called Budget Blinds. Best quality, best value, best service, all with your budget in mind. Plus our exclusive no questions asked warranty.
Come discover Budget Blinds. For special discount offers, visit BudgetBlinds.com. That's BudgetBlinds.com. Or call 1-888-88-BUDGET.
Budget Blinds, a style for every point of view.
BudgetBlinds.com.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate best buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tamburello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And let's jump into it. Tamburello, what do you got?
I can't figure out why this thing's so cheap other than the confidential comments say it's missing some stuff. But at $30 a square foot for
I got lots of stuff.
Roof?
Roof? This is a St. Yeah. No, the roof's there in the picture. 3-2 St. Michael's model built in 06 in Lehigh, 1152 Florence Street East. It's listed for $42,900. $30 a square foot is 2 or 3 years ago prices, which tells me this is a very, very heavy rehab. Because I'm seeing most REOs are popping in the market in the high 60s now. But then again, it looks like they priced this as such so that it is there. This is one of those you got to wait 15 days unless you're an owner-occupant. But if you were a builder from up north looking for a home and you know how to do the work, this would be a cool deal if you can put your own kitchen in and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's 1152 Florence Street East in Lehigh Acres, listed at $42,900. This thing will not stick around for long, I don't think. Wow. I have not walked through it to understand. It's boarded up windows. It's your typical Rio, but as investors, that's how we make our money is that distress. Yep. If you'd like more information, you give us a call at Steelbridge at 239-567-9838.
Next year, that'll be $80-something thousand, huh?
Hard to know, but
Yeah. All right, Sandy.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, before I begin, I have to say good morning to my girls. I have my granddaughters with me this week, so lots of fun we've had and will have the coming week. Good morning, Adriana, who's almost 5, and Emmy, who's 2. So that out of the way, we'll continue with business. But as a good Nana, I had to do that. So
All right.
forgive
what
my
do you
indulgence
fill them
there.
full of cake and cookies, spoil them rotten, and send them home?
You've got my number, honey. You got my number. You can't wait. Yeah, it's like, their parents are going to go, what happened? But they were happy. You know.
Yep.
Well, that's what I get to do.
That's
Anyway,
what grandmas are for, though.
That's what grandmas are for. Okay, got a beautiful opportunity here in Hammock Isles in the Vineyards. This is an REO and priced accordingly. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,000 square foot single family home with a 2-car attached garage, of course. This is a courtyard style home. There's not a lot of these, but when they're available and they're this nice, it's a great opportunity for someone. Of course, it's got the pool and the spa. The 4th bedroom is separate from the rest and can be used as a guest house, an office, or a mother-in-law suite, one of those kinds of things. This was listed at $545,000 for this neighborhood. This is an amazing price. And if you're interested in seeing this, give me a call at 239-595-0714.
All right, and I have a deal on Marco at 371 Yarmouth. It's a single-family home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 2001. It's a great location, close to Mackle Park, the YMCA, the library. It's an open floor plan with a formal living and dining room, family room, and a large walk-in closet in the master. $295,000. These are just getting fewer and farther between, and this one won't be around very long. But if you'd like more information or you would like to see it, give me a call, Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty, 239-450-3000. Humbrella.
Got another house, which would be another rental in Lehigh. 905 Juneau Drive. It's a 2-2, but 1,905 square feet, and Remarks has it with extra bedrooms, family rooms, or den. So potential to throw a closet up there and have a 3-2. But you're at 1,900 square feet. This is an older home built in 63, but looks like it's been updated from the pictures. What's cool about this area is you have city water and sewer. So as a landlord, there's just a lot less headache. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about the septic tank going bad and pumping it out, and
in
all
the middle
that.
of the night.
Yeah, that's always when it happens. It never happens at a good time. But listed at $59,900, just came on the market. It's funny, somebody's going to go try and offer $40,000. It's just the way this game's still played. There's still some people that are looking at what they could have done 18 months ago and trying to project it into today. But if you'd like more information on this, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838. This one does not have that 15-day. So investors can actually make an offer on it right away.
Okay. All right, Sandy.
Okay, found one that we keep saying doesn't exist anymore, but there is one, and as I say, there are a few. This is a single-family home in the Estates. It's a 3-2, built in 05. It's over 1,900 square feet. It's on 1.14 acres. It's got all of its appliances. It's got the pump, and this is a foreclosure, of course. It is move-in ready, and it's listed $138,000, which is $71 a square foot. So if someone's interested in this, these, again, are few and far between, but there is still a few of them out there, and this is one of them. So if you're interested in this, and I don't know if I mentioned, there is a pool. So that's even like the cherry on top, so to speak. But if you're interested in this, give me a call. We'll take a look at 239-595-0714.
All right. And, question, what we were talking about the previous segment, where are the large land tracts? Where builders have gobbled a lot of them up.
And they're looking again.
So where, my backyard is Marco Island. There's nothing there. Naples, I don't really know where there's anything.
Well, they're further out.
Yeah, they're
further out.
Valencia is going to seem like Fifth Avenue South by the time they're done with it.
Well, you've got Mercado is, Central Naples too now, because that whole area, I remember my parents moved here in the 70s, and that didn't exist. I mean, none of that existed then. You know, I mean, we used to go out to the Pewter Mug for dinner because it was one of 3 restaurants around. And, you know, I always used to joke you needed a passport from where they lived because it was so far out. But
telling you, the retail market in Naples, go south of Pine Ridge and go find some space for under $20 a square foot. It's really not there. We just put a third tenant this weekend to Tamiami Square, the North Naples one.
Good for you. Congratulations.
So, yeah, and that guy's probably going to expand in and take up about a 10,000 square foot block. So we're keep kind of easing in. Yeah, it's kind of a destination thing, more of a children's education thing.
Oh, neat.
Kind of like an intellectual Chuck E. Cheese, I think, would be the way to do it.
That's an oxymoron, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, folks, you are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. We're going to take a break and come right back. Stay tuned.
Opportunity is knocking. Become a member now. The Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association was established in November 2003 and is now an industry leader. The Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association has been on the cutting edge of data gathering and analysis of the housing downtrend and foreclosures. Our analysis and trend reporting has made us an expert source for the media and set standards by which the housing market is analyzed and trended within the industry. Our members are real estate investors, real estate agents, title agents, insurance agents, landlords, property managers, wholesalers, rehabbers, note buyers, hedge fund managers, bulk asset purchasers, foreclosure and probate investors, and people just like you who are looking to gain a competitive edge. Our motto is knowledge withheld is knowledge wasted. Join us and check us out on the web at www.swflreia.com. That's www.swflreia.com.
Hi, I'm Sandy Pasteur, Prudential Florida Realty's Park Shore and Ritz-Carlton offices. My partner, Pat Burnett, and I want to put our dedication, knowledge, and years of experience to work for you. Call us at 239-595-0714. If you want to buy or sell that beautiful home on the Gulf or on a championship golf course, we can help. I'm also certified and experienced in short sales and foreclosures with both buyers and sellers in this specialized type of real estate. Today, more than ever, it's important to work with an experienced and knowledgeable realtor. Naples is our home and our specialty. For a free market report or other information, call us at 239-595-0714.
Hello, my name is Tim Ivey. I'm married and the proud father of 4 beautiful children. I cannot think of anything more important than their protection and safety. That's why I'm proud to speak to you about Aegis Microbe Shield, a state-of-the-art, environmentally friendly antimicrobial product which can be applied to all surfaces. It provides a permanent barrier against germs and microorganisms. This green technology was developed by Dow Corning and has been used by NASA, the NFL, and even the United States Army. And now it's available to you. My company, Microbial Block, is the exclusive provider of the Aegis Microbe Shield technology to all of Florida. It has been proven effective in homes, hospitals, assisted living facilities, schools, athletic facilities, and more. For a free quote, call me today at 239-300-7585. That's 239-300-7585. Or you can log on to my website at www.microbialblock.com. That's MICROBIAL block.com. Microbialblock.com.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. And when we're not on the air, you can check us out on the web at realestatebestbuystoday.com.
You can also, on Facebook, go to Real Estate Best Buys Florida. Go facebook.com/Real Estate Best Buys Florida. Right. And we've got, I want to say, like 1,900 fans on there for the show.
It's awesome.
Must all be.
Thank you.
No, my mom set up 1,900 accounts. And
all right, Tombarella, what do you got?
Oh, I have a not bank-infested condo.
All right.
Quite excited because we closed a couple bank-infested condos recently, and good Lord. 12550 Equestrian Circle, Venetian Palms. Great location, middle of everything in Fort Myers. A 2-2 first floor. Unit appears to be in good shape. Has clubhouse, pool, all that. And again, the location is awesome. You're right in the middle of everything. $64.9. That's $58 a square foot. for a first floor 1,100 square foot condo that has a newer roof. They just paved. I've done a lot of showings in here recently. They just redid the parking lot. A lot of the major expenses that the condo associations see have already been done. So, and this place got hit by the foreclosures early, and they appear to be through that. I talked to the HOA lady. She doesn't see anything coming. With that said, they can change that next month.
Are you seeing any sort of reduction in the HOA fees as a result of a lot of these now being absorbed? Because for a while, some of the condos where there were so many distressed properties, the few owners really had to carry it.
Well, this was a property that only speculators bought in, and these you may have you could potentially, but it's like the government HOAs. I rarely do anything get cheaper.
Right.
But what we really watch for is a condo complex that the entire complex was released in the boom. You know, you have a whole complex that sold 04, 05, and 06. The entire complex traded during the mania. Like this one here, you may have had 15% of it traded during the mania.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? And you really have to, one thing I look at when I underwrite a complex, I go try and figure out how many MLS sales there were during the boom, because that's potentially how many foreclosures are in there. Now, you also could have had the guy that bought in 2001 that took out a mortgage in 05, but that's a lot of brain damage to figure that out. But yeah, I'm seeing, but like this one here, your fees are $337 a month, and it includes maintenance includes. You would think I would know this. Irrigation, water. Okay, it includes water.
All right.
For $337 a month.
Okay,
that's not bad. I seen one the other day at $280 that included water and cable.
Okay.
So,
all right.
If you'd like more information on this, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838.
All right, Sandy.
Okay, an opportunity in Kensington, which is a great location, a fabulous community. This is a condo with a 2-car attached garage. It's over 2,100 square feet, a 3-2. It's listed at $329,900. This is a foreclosure. You can have pets in here with approval. It's listed at $329,900, like I said. But it is really, really nice. This is Kensington is a wonderful community. Lots of amenities, centrally located, like I said. This is also available for HomePath financing and HomePath renovation mortgage financing. There was a first look, but we're past that date now. But Kensington is just a great community and friendly and beautiful, well kept. It's a golf community. So if someone's interested in this, it's a good opportunity. Give me a call at 239-595-0714.
All right, and I have a really interesting deal at a condo on Marco called The Moorings. It's 1041 Swallow Avenue. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, being sold turnkey. It's a 3rd floor of a 4-story building. Asking price is $249,000. We were just talking about some of the fees. The monthly maintenance here, $628, which on its face might sound high. This includes not only water and sewer and your lawn and your land and obviously the pool maintenance and all that stuff, but it also includes electric. So if you like keeping your air conditioner set at 65 degrees, I mean, this is maybe the place for you.
And I think that's a good point, that it's not just about the price of a home, especially if you're an owner. And price is not always commensurate with what the fees are what you get.
No.
So, but it's something else to factor in. It's something else to factor in, because if you're talking $300 a month or you're talking $1,500 a month,
it's a big
definitely
difference in what's included. And
absolutely cash flow.
So that's an interesting deal, especially at the $249 price. So if and this is also, by the way, it's a direct access. So it's a great location. If you'd like more information or you'd like to see it, give me a call. Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty, 239-450-3000.
That's a retiree product that there ever was one. Talk about a cost certainty on a fixed income.
Oh, it's really an amazing deal. This may be the very best buy on Marco in the way of condos right now. So again, 239-450-3000. We're going to take a break and come right back with some more real estate best buys. Stay tuned, folks.
There's a wise old saying, you cannot build a solid structure on a shaky foundation. Nowhere is this truer than when it comes to the construction of your next house or commercial building. Often overlooked, concrete is one of the most important parts of the building process, so be sure to call the best in concrete construction. General Concrete Corporation. General Concrete builds slabs that are level, walls that are plumb, and buildings that are square. This will save you time, money, and headaches now and well into the future. Call General Concrete at 239-571-1100 for a free quote on any size job. New homes or commercial buildings, remodels, additions, even patios and sidewalks. General Concrete gets it done right the first time. Call General Concrete now at 239-571-1100. That's 239-571-1100.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buy's recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
In today's competitive real estate market, timing is everything. Steelbridge Realty LLC is a licensed real estate brokerage headquartered in Lee County that utilizes cutting-edge marketing techniques to offer solutions in today's market. Steelbridge Realty's group of professionals have decades of experience and have navigated through many business cycles. If you own real estate that you're thinking of selling, we would be happy to provide you with a free competitive market analysis. If you have any general questions about buying or selling land, residential or commercial real estate in Florida, call Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838. That's Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838. Or you can check us out on the web anytime, day or night at www.lee-county-homes.com. That's www.lee-county-homes.com.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate best buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tamburello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And as I mentioned, and probably will be for quite some time, we're headed into a very interesting season. Months are going to fly. Now's the opportunity to buy and also get your properties positioned for the season.
Yeah, and we'd love to help you. Any of us, give us a call, and if you've got something you're thinking about listing, let's talk about it, because it may or may not be the right time for you. Absolutely, but we all need more listings.
Too, the market is...
That's true. I mean, it's not just realtor speak.
No, this is not realtor speak. This is...
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Something that fascinated me, I was looking at Pine Island Golf Access houses, and they dumped it in a spreadsheet. This is going to be the year we sold the most and from 03 forward, which is pretty awesome by counts. And last year, normally Pine Island's a very much an area that dies, you know what I mean, in the summer. And they had 4 months in a row where they had their peak sales counts for that type of asset, July, August, and September, I believe. You know what I mean? So that's why it pays to not go with what you think you know and to actually call somebody that knows.
Well, the market's changed.
Well, we were ready to take a house off the market and say, we'll just put it back out in November. And then when I did this math, I'm like, no way. And on the way to do the show, somebody set up showing.
Yep.
So
this week I was in Naples, and I swear the amount of traffic, it felt like it was a Friday afternoon, even though it was a Wednesday middle afternoon, and it felt like it was January. I mean, I don't understand this. It was completely congested traffic.
Go to Mercado.
Oh, yeah.
Go to Mercado any night of the week, any evening of the week. I mean, you would think we're in February.
It's amazing.
And what's the average age running around?
Oh, God, I don't know, because it's all over the place. It truly is all over the place.
Well, I had a couple here, and I call Cape Coral west of Santa Barbara, south of Cape Coral Parkway. We call that Boomerville because that's where every retiree wants to go.
But it's not just boomers there.
Really?
I mean, that's the interesting part about it. It's everybody. I mean, it's not kids at night for sure, but it's everybody.
Yeah, Mercado's cool though. But it was funny, just to close that real quick, that story. The couple couldn't understand why I did it, so at the end of showing them houses, we took them to Rum Runners. And I said, now look around at the age of everybody in here but me and my wife, and we're in our 40s. Everybody in there was like 55 and up. Mm-hmm. And he got it. He goes, okay, I get why you call it Boomerville. I mean, it was Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and the place was packed, and it could have been his high school reunion.
It's amazing.
But you know what's interesting too, and speaking for my generation, considering or comparing my generation to my parents, for example, this boomer, if you will, they're active, they're healthy, they're out there, they're doing things. They didn't come here to sit on the lanai and golf or fish. They do that, but you walk around anywhere, you see people biking and walking and hiking and not hiking, but doing all this stuff, swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, swimming in the Gulf. I think it's great. I mean, I really do, because it's
real
alive.
Estate, there's some fascinating implications, because your generation has done everything they could not to have been their parents. Really
absolutely.
And truly. No, they had.
Absolutely, you're right.
You want to make a boomer mad, tell them they're just like their parents. They flip out on you. But what's funny is the boomers, for the most part, have some different modalities. Their dad was really into golf. Boomers are really into loud things that go fast. I mean, Harley is having a banner year.
Oh, yeah.
Boat sales, you know what I mean?
I ran into in Costco, actually, last week, one of the guys that sells at the Maserati dealership. He said it's unbelievable this year, even compared to certainly compared to last year. But their business is off the charts.
If I was to do a boomer development, I think I'd call it Woodstock Estates.
I think you're right.
I'm serious. Woodstock Estates with like Jimi Hendrix Lane, and have a drag strip for their Harleys in the middle of it. I'm telling you, even if you don't physically feel like you did then, you might think you do. So it's a good thing. Good memories.
Yeah. All right.
Where do we go?
Where are we?
Yeah, I forgot. You want to get us going?
Carried away there.
This is going to be my last improved property. Everything else I'm talking about today is land, because that's really where we're seeing the most opportunity, land and commercial. 11620 Court of Palms. This is probably not an investment, but if you were looking to live in a newer high-rise in Gulf Harbor, which is one of the most esteemed areas of Lee County, $329,900 for a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,550 square foot on the 5th floor, which it's high enough that you shouldn't have palm trees blocking your view. And at $129 a square foot, you're not going to find this for much longer. And this is Gulf Harbor. It's one of the most esteemed areas in Lee County. The country club's beautiful. It's got a harbor, all that. If you'd like more information on this, you can give us a call at Steel Ridge Realty at 239-567-9838.
All right, Sandy.
Okay, talk about this beautiful home in De La Salle. This is a courtyard home, a 4.5, which does have a guest house, which has the full bath, the full bedroom, of course, large closet at poolside. This is a two-car garage, single-family home, over 3,000 square feet. It's got the granite, the stainless, all the bells and whistles. It's also on the lake. This is really a really lovely home, beautiful home for someone that needs this kind of space, or someone that needs the guest house for a mother-in-law or nana or whatever.
Somebody you like, just
somebody
not that
you
much.
like, not just that much. Exactly. Close, but not too close. Yeah, I mean,
pretty much all company.
Yeah, pretty much all company. That's exactly right. But it is a beautiful home. De La Salle is a lovely community that does have amenities with the guest house and the pool and tennis and all that good stuff. This is listed at $598,900, and we talked about HOA fees. This is another one that is $639 a quarter. It includes your lawn maintenance, your cable, your security. This is a gated and guarded community. And it's, this is really inexpensive for someone that, you have your own pool, plus you've got a community right there with a pool for, if you want bigger parties or something like that. So if you're interested in this one, give me a call, Sandy Pastor at Prudential Florida Realty, 239-595-0714.
All right, and it's time for another break, folks, but you're listening to Real Estate Best Buys. We're going to take a break and come back with more Real Estate Best Buys. Stay tuned.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buys recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Looking for tenants? You should know that the most important part of property management is qualifying tenants, yet many overlook this vital step in the process. Michael Lyons with Zivkovic and Associates Real Estate Services specializes in property management. In fact, he currently manages over 400 homes. He's a licensed real estate agent and also licensed as a condo association manager. Additionally, Michael is completely fluent in Spanish. Michael Lyons has resided in Southwest Florida his entire life and enjoys doing property management. If you need help managing your home or just want a tenant placed, call 239-560-6164. That's 239-560-6164. Or visit his website at www.swflpropertymanager.com. That's swflpropertymanager.com.
Hi, I'm Sandy Pastor at Prudential Florida Realty's Park Shore and Ritz-Carlton offices. My partner, Pat Burnett, and I want to put our dedication, knowledge, and years of experience to work for you. Call us at 239-595-0714. If you want to buy or sell that beautiful home on the Gulf or on a championship golf course, we can help. I'm also certified and experienced in short sales and foreclosures with both buyers and sellers in this specialized type of real estate. Today, more than ever, it's important to work with an experienced and knowledgeable realtor. Naples is our home and our specialty. For a free market report or other information, call us at 239-595-0714.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. And I'm telling you, I've got the deal in the way of a vacant lot that we were talking about. That's maybe where the opportunity is now on Marco. It's a 1982 San Marco Road. It's 100-foot wide with a great view. It is direct access. Asking price is $224,000. That is a steal. It won't be around long. If you'd like more information, give me a call. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty, 239-450-3000. Tumbarella.
I got another a golf access lot, Fort Myers Beach in gated community, Siesta Isles. 0.29 acres of basically direct golf access at the Fort Myers Beach. So you're on the bay side, but you're close to getting out. It's where all the shrimpers are, basically. 285. It's 18140 Old Pelican Drive. If you'd like more information, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838.
All right, Sandy.
Okay, beautiful single-family home in Pelican Marsh. This one's in Island Cove. It's a 2+ den, easily converted to a 3-bedroom. 2-bath, over 1,800 square feet. This is one of the best priced homes like this in Pelican Marsh. There's only 2 of these in Island Cove, and it's one of the most popular neighborhoods within Pelican Marsh. There is room for a pool. There are designs and cost for a pool that are available to you that you can take a look at. If you're interested in this one, this is at 2255 Island Cove Circle, listed at $519. Give me a call at 239-595-0714.
All right, and I've got a house at 741 Barfield Drive, centrally located, quick off and on to the island as well. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, over 1,500 square feet. This is also direct access, very fast out to the Marco Island River, $325,000. This is really almost lot value, so you're buying a nice lot and getting a house on it. So if you'd like more information, if you'd like to see it, give me a call, Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty. 239-450-3000.
Yeah, I think the teardown game is going to be in vogue pretty quick. It's already happening.
It's already happening. Happening crazy like Naples. Absolutely.
Some of the guys that are doing demolition are just nonstop now.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Maybe time to buy a backhoe and a dumpster.
There you go.
There's another opportunity.
What do you think?
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun just to take the backhoe and drive it through the house. You could charge for that
or just
trip.
sticks of dynamite. I just see
no,
that's
the backhoe through the living room.
Yeah, that's too quick.
You can charge $100 an hour for somebody to do it.
That's an interesting element.
As a former stunt driver, Jeff, you may be missing
that. There you go.
That's my calling, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, Tombarella, what do you got?
2615 Kamal Parkway. This is a golf access lot. Seawall is in place, and all the assessments are paid. So it's listed as $65,500. It has about a $15,000 seawall and $18,000 worth of assessments paid for $65,500. So, and the funny is there's lots without a seawall and without water and sewer trading for above when you subtract out what's been added to this lot, well above that. But it's funny, people are so focused on the price, they don't remember that, okay, here comes, you're going to need a $15,000 seawall, and that's today. In 2 years, it may not be.
Right.
And then on top of that, you're going to have to pay for water and sewer at some point. It's 2615 Kamal Parkway in Cape Coral. If you'd like more information, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838.
All right, and I think it's time for another quick break. Folks, you are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
Jeff Tamburello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And we'll be back after this. Stay tuned.
Looking for tenants? You should know that the most important part of property management is qualifying tenants, yet many overlook this vital step in the process. Michael Lyons with Zivkovic and Associates Real Estate Services specializes in property management. In fact, he currently manages over 400 homes. He's a licensed real estate agent and also licensed as a condo association manager. Additionally, Michael is completely fluent in Spanish. Michael Lyons has resided in Southwest Florida his entire life and enjoys doing property management. If you need help managing your home or just want a tenant placed, call 239-560-6164. That's 239-560-6164. Or visit his website at www.swflpropertymanager.com. That's swflpropertymanager.com.
Hi, this is Tim with Microbial Block, a service provider of the Aegis Microbe Shield technology. It's an antimicrobial spray that, when applied, becomes a part of whatever surface you are applying it to. It forms a microscopic layer of pins that carry an electrical charge, and when bacteria or germ-causing microorganisms come in contact with this layer of pins, it pops like a balloon. Since it's a mechanical kill of the microorganism and not a chemical kill, the layer of pins remain on the surface to kill again. This is a green technology, so it is safe for use in any application, whether it is at home, work, school, nursery, church, or at the mall. If you see Microbial Block's green and blue shield, you know you are being protected from germs. Microbial Block, active defense against germs. Call us today at 239-300-7585 or check us out on the web at microbialblock.com. That's MICROBIAL block.com. microbialblock.com.
Affordable Landscaping is the real estate Best Buys choice for all your lawn and landscaping needs. Affordable Landscaping has been serving Collier County residents for over 16 years with the absolute best value in landscaping and lawn maintenance, and is currently the landscape contractor for the city of Marco Island. No job is too big or too small. Affordable Landscaping is your one-stop shop for all your lawn and tree service, irrigation, pest control, landscape design, and installation needs. Affordable Landscaping is reliable, on time, and offers quality services at affordable prices. Call Affordable Landscaping right now at 239-389-1468. That's 239-389-1468. No matter what your lawn maintenance or landscaping needs are, you owe it to yourself to give Affordable Landscaping a call. You'll save time and money and a great peace of mind knowing Affordable Landscaping is on the job. Call Affordable Landscaping for a free estimate now at 239-389-1468.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. And let's jump right into another Best Buy. Sandy, what do you have?
Okay. One of the best price per square foot homes in Lely Country Club. This is on in Palmetto Dunes. It is a 2.5 single-family home, over 2,100 square feet. This is listed at $339. It is a... Hold on one second. Let me just make sure. Yeah, this is a regular sale. So you're dealing with a real person, not the bank. It is a pool home, and the pool is heated. It's got the volume ceilings, the large kitchen and family room. Like I said, the pool is heated. It's an oversized pool. It does have hurricane shutters, and it's a wonderful area, good home for someone that's interested in needing a 3-bedroom, 2.5. And it's listed at $339. Again, if you're interested in seeing this, give me a call and we'll take a look at 239-595-0714.
All right, and I have the unit at the Madeira, which is one of the newest buildings, high-rise buildings on the beach on Marco, 350 Collier Boulevard. This is $1,799,000, which this unit is the lowest price per square foot in the entire building. This is right next to the Marriott Resort, so they're shopping there, dining, beach concessions, water sports, the whole 9 yards there on the beach. This is 3,539 square feet of living space. 3,900 square feet total. It has balconies front and rear for views of the island as well as the beach. Again, $1,799,000 for a Madeira, the lowest price per square foot. If you'd like more information, you'd like to see it, give me a call, Jeff Popick, 239-450-3000. Tumbarella.
We got a riverfront lot. This is two side-by-side quarter-acre lots. Now, you'd look, a lot of the teardowns that happen are the bigger houses on the bigger lots that are much older, because generally the guy that's buying to tear down is more concerned with getting what he wants. He's not shopping for every nickel. And this is for $699,900. It already has actually boat docks and a pier, but it is a riverfront lot at 3419 Southeast 22nd Place in Cape Coral, and you have 0.6 acres of river frontage for $699,000. And it should be an area that water and sewer are paid for, I'm pretty sure. Irrigation's paid, water, they didn't check it, obviously, or maybe it is. Maybe there's a slight balance too. But you just don't get opportunities like this a lot, and particularly a bigger piece of property where they can build the big house. Yeah. If you'd like more information on it, you can give us a call at Steel Bridge Realty at 239-567-9838. I want to throw out, too, we've got our Southwest Florida REIA Luncheon coming up first Thursday of the month. And we have Kevin Page, who's done the show a few times, going to speak, and he's giving a topic of 30 minutes in the life of an REO broker. So, should be funny and fascinating. We will at the REIA be having, we will have a case of tomatoes that you can throw at the REO broker for every deal you didn't get.
That's amazing. Part of it, right?
Yeah, amazing how every deal that's sat for 90 days on the market instantly goes to highest and best when I make an offer. Yep. So, if you want more information on the REIA, go to www.swflreia.com.
All right, that wraps it up for us, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Be sure to listen to Real Estate Best Buys every Sunday morning at 10. Brought to you by the law offices of Mark L. Shapiro. In the meantime, if you need help buying or selling property on Marco Island, be sure to call Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty, 239-450-3000. That's 239-450-3000. For help in Naples, call Sandy Pasteur of Prudential Florida Realty at 239-595-0714. That's 239-595-0714. 0714. And for all your real estate needs in Lee County, call Jeff Tumberillo of Steel Bridge Realty, 239-567-9838. That's 239-567-9838.
Hi, folks. Jeff Popick here. If you're looking to purchase a Best Buy in real estate, whether a home, condo, lot, or commercial property, you should know that it costs you nothing to have an insightful and experienced realtor work for you and represent you. I have been an active real estate investor spanning almost 3 decades and also have my real estate license to help other people achieve their goals too. My specialty is representing buyers on Marco Island and in Naples find real estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty, and I invite you to call me without any obligation to discuss how I can help you too. Call 239-450-3000 anytime to speak with me personally about how I can help you achieve your real estate goals. That's 239-450-3000.